Welcome back. I know that this is one that many of us are looking forward to. We're going to Japan, where we will have Mago versus Higuchi. And to introduce that, let's go to F-Word with the regional spotlight.
It feels like an absolute lifetime ago. We kicked off the Capcom Pro Tour 2021 season with the Japan 1 online event.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Capcom Pro Tour to begin.
An event that saw September Mago clutch it out to earn his new nickname, All Day Mago, to start an incredible season of Street Fighter 5 play.
Just like this, and Mago is your first qualifier for Japan for the Capcom Pro Tour.
At the CPT Japan 2 event, we saw Sako send Higuchi to losers.
Higuchi, I feel for you, man.
Only to watch Higuchi fight his way to grand finals, defeating Momochi and Bonchan along the way
you're dead.
to get his run back against the veteran.
Higuchi getting all of the comebacks.
A young talent like this could walk away in second place proudly, but that would not be enough for Higuchi.
He's gonna live.
Only for a moment.
Higuchi reset the bracket against Sako 3-1.
Why is he so good?
He then turned around and defeated him 3-0 in one of the most lopsided beatdowns we've ever seen in Street Fighter 5 history.
Oh my God!
It's over! Higuchi qualifies for Capcom Cup!
With this win, Higuchi perfectly represented the results seen nearly every weekend throughout the 2021 season. Event after event, grand finals after grand finals, we saw new players defeat old players. We watched up-and-comers defeat established pros. We saw the hard work of these dedicated rookies, many of them grinding it out week after week in locals and online tournaments, pay off massively. Winning a CPT qualifier in Japan is an achievement in its own right. But we all know that one win is never enough.
Come on!
To rise to the ranks and to be considered one of the greats, you have to continue to win even when the stakes get higher and higher.
Can we just talk about Higuchi's mental fortitude?
Can Higuchi take out a veteran gatekeeper in Mago and continue his emphatic rise? Can September Mago perform at the finals and hang on to the newly minted name of All Day Mago?
Dang, look at the ring!
Which one will it be? The old, the young, the veteran, the up-and-comer. This is Mago versus Higuchi.
I love that setup. I think that's a a good way to put that. Joining me, as you can see, on the right there, we got Idom, we got Brian F. On the other side here, we have James Chen, we have Ringe. Very interesting that this is a match between somebody who is a relative upstart versus somebody who's been doing it for 20 years. Idom, talk to me about how you're feeling about it.
So Mago is the veteran in this, and Higuchi is the new guard, which is actually pretty interesting because both the Japan exhibitions are veteran versus new guard. So it should be pretty interesting. Higuchi's actually younger than me, which is kind of nuts to say because I feel like I'm one of the up-and-comers too. But
Yeah, Capcom Cup champion up and coming.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
absolutely.
And a bright future.
But it says Mago's main is Cammy, but I do feel like he will go Karen in this matchup because I do feel like Karen does a lot better versus Guile than Cammy, and I don't think Higuchi plays anyone else, so it should be an interesting matchup going ahead, and I do think Karen possesses the tool to beat Guile. But in Japan, they all do think Guile is still very strong, unlike all the other regions. So it might be because of Daigo, it might be because of Higuchi, but Guile's a very good character, and it should be pretty interesting to see how this set goes.
So look, before I even talk about this match, I'll address the elephant in the room. Yes, I am still alive after that set with Rob TV, here to talk about one of the most exciting matches coming up. Higuchi, yeah, I think he might officially be the youngest person in this tournament. I know Christy CH was trying to be the youngest, but they're both 20. Mago's been playing as long as Higuchi has been alive. That is huge. But we saw one of his big runs this year. Higuchi was getting third in Topanga League, the event that Kawhi Kawano actually won, and it was determined in the final set between those two. The way the tiebreakers and scores worked out, the winner of that set would have won the event. So he's had a great year, taking a lot of big names along the way. In that event, he won 7-4 for Tokido, 7-0 versus Itabashi Zangief. But since then, I feel like what we've seen mostly is the Street Fighter League action, and there's been some issues along the way. Higuchi's been losing sets to a number of both Kami and Karen players, and so Mago, those are like the two characters he's most known for. So I feel like either way, he's been shown to be a little bit shaky in those matchups recently. So I think it might be Karen instead of the Kami, but I can't really call it. But either way, I think Mago has a good shot to take it, but I'd love to see Higuchi prove me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Mago he's not bashful. He's going to pick whoever's the strongest character. Maybe he'll bust out a Luke. I don't know. We'll see what
yeah,
happens.
that actually wouldn't be surprising.
But, I mean, kind of to piggyback off of what Idam was talking about, I kind of want to talk a little bit about the storyline coming into this, about Japan, about the youth coming up against the veterans. Because unlike the U.S., where we have up-and-comer Idam, trying to find his place in this game, Japan has been kind of having a shortage of the young players coming in here and dominating. In fact, for the longest of time, the veterans were winning all the big events. Yes, the youth were coming in and doing some work, but there's a reason why Momochi and Chocoblanca have the Shinobism school, why Bonchan is doing the Red Bull journeys around the country to promote esports. And in fact, Nauman winning Evo Japan 2019 was the first time that a lot of the players were like, oh my gosh, one of the young players have won a big one, and this is such a, and then the pandemic happened, right? And it's just like, it's been hard to see since then. But seeing this fact that we have Higuchi going up against Mago, and of course Kawano going against Daigo, Higuchi and Kawano being the premier young players that Japan has been talking about, it's just like, I can't have written the story better to have those two matches play out.
It's a beautiful thing, right? Considering how legendary Mago and Daigo are, and it just to see the new generation come up and give them a fight worth, actually tuning in for is something beautiful to see. And yeah, I think Mago, I agree with our panel so far that we'll go with Karen. I scoured the tapes. I hadn't really seen these two play each other in a high stakes tournament before. So all I really found was like a 60 view YouTube channel of them playing online, you know what I'm saying? And Mago did wipe the floor.
The official.
Yeah, of course. And Mago was wiping the floor with Higuchi a little bit on that Karen Guile matchup. So we got to be careful. I think for Higuchi, he got to make sure he doesn't whiff. We all know how much reward Karen gets off whiff punishing. Be willing to jump forward a little bit. He did do that in the set that I watched and caught Karen off guard. Obviously, Guiles don't really do that as much because they want charge for boom. And just in general, I think he needs to challenge with quicker buttons. A lot of the time, people want to challenge Karen, like doing crouch medium punch, because she'll walk forward a little bit and kind of toy with you in the mind game. And sometimes he'll try to challenge with like a big crouch medium punch, and that just opens the door for Mago to walk back and whiff punish it. And he does that pretty consistently. So I'd say watch that. As far as Mago goes, just keep meter on deck for EX Tenko to go straight through the booms all day.
Yeah, I think these guys had a bit of a different arc throughout this year, where if you look back at Mago's, it's a little bit early heavy. He did well at, of course, the Japan one, which he won. He took FAV Cup online, which, also early in the year. And by the end of the year, for example, at Evo Japan, he got 97th. Right, so whereas on the other side, you have Higuchi, who didn't start out so well at CPT1, but then 9th at Evo Online, then obviously 1st at CPT Japan 2. He had the good result that you were talking about earlier, Brian. So there are kind of different arcs for them this year.
Yeah, that's very true. See, one of the weird things about winning the CPT earlier, the very first event, we haven't seen Mago in a normal tournament bracket in quite some time. They've both been competing in Street Fighter League, so they've had a lot of competitive reps put in. But I don't know, I feel like that's different when you're in a league format where you're not immediately eliminated. So I feel like this is a one-time, one-shot. You need to win right now to get this set. So I want to see how they perform. Mago qualified early. He changed the narrative from September Mago to all-day Mago. But is it still all-day Mago? We have to see today.
I mean, even when we interviewed him, we asked him, how are you going to spend the rest of the... He was like, I'm going to chill. So I think that's kind of what he's been doing.
What a blessing to qualify in the first event like that.
Sounds nice, yeah. And to have the call, let's go over to the commentators for this event. There you can see him. It's going to be vicious. and St. Cola.
I don't know about chillin', to be quite honest with you, because St. Cola and I have had the honor and the privilege to cast a lot of these Street Fighter League Pro Japan matches, and Mago did the exact opposite, actually. He's been thrown in the ringer pretty much every single day for his team with Team Gyogun. We've had a lot of experience with this matchup in general. We've seen the kind of tribulations that Higuchi has gone through outside of the CPT, and most of it through the ways of getting over the obstacle of Cammy. If you looked at Higuchi's matchup ratings, he actually fell to a lot of the Cammys. Most notably, he lost to Matsumo's Cammy, Akira's Cammy as well, but he never actually faced off against Mago in a head-to-head set throughout the entirety of Street Fighter League.
That's something I was looking back and I was like, man, what would happen if they had to fight? But we're going to stay all right, people.
Oh,
this
no.
is the Japan CPT. Get that out of your Mago going up with another Luke on the deck.
It's not even Cammy anymore.
It's not even Cammy.
Well, it's going to be very interesting regardless, because Mago, again, another player taking the helm of Luke. I do like that. I love to see how some of the top Japanese players pilot this character. We've seen it through ways of Momochi. Also, we've seen Sakonoko do the same.
Yes.
And now Mago has been catching on to the trend.
I mean, this guy, he's always about whatever is at the top spot, the cheapest.
That's
It's
true.
a 2D guy for a reason.
That's
See
fair.
some seasoning right here. Higuchi with the throw. Puts him in the corner of the EX. And this is one of those characters where I feel like it can fight Luke. I don't know about beat Luke, but he can keep up.
I agree. I think he does a really solid job of getting rid of the main strategy, which is like the Sonic Booms, right? Being able to test the Sandblaster. But at the same time, right now, Higuchi is not making it look easy whatsoever.
Now, looking a little fresh right here. Higuchi backing away with one touch and play. The EX connects. Puts the knuckles on him. But Higuchi's still in the lead.
Oh,
Oh no, the whip DP.
And one of the things I just noticed is the fact that Mago is the only one utilizing V-Skill 2 from the set, being able to be invulnerable to some of the throws, like being able to back up too. That's going to be pretty important, I think, but I think a lot of the folks have preferred V-Skill 1 just because it's so powerful, being able to power up that flash knuckle. But again, Higuchi doesn't even care about any of your V-set.
No, that stun's rising right here. So I get that one touch. Now is it winding down, but still Mago taking a lot of damage. Does have V-Trigger 1 on the deck to fight back against some of these fireball sequences too as well. But Higuchi with a fat lead, 4 fears, fist to face. And that target combo put him in his place.
This is going to be pretty important now. Mago, if he gets a solid hit into V-Trigger 1, I think he might be able to get into a critical art, but I'm not sure if it's going to matter right now. Higuchi with a baby boom, V, bazooka. Even if he wasn't dead, you already know critical art was coming no matter what. I think Higuchi controlled the matchup exactly as we expected it to be. I think, Mago wasn't just ready. He just wasn't ready for the Guile matchup.
I think it's one of those things where, once again, the players, if you pick up a new character, right, it takes a while to get going with it. And, Higuchi's been playing Guile for so many years right now.
Yeah, that's
he's really putting the
breadwinner,
character. Yeah, you've been putting the character on the map like that. So, Mago looks a little bit new, and we've seen some other players throughout this this entire weekend who have maybe not been so new with the character. Develop strategies, things like that. We just saw Chrissy CH have particular strategy against Colleen. We're not seeing that so far with Mago. However, he does have a lot of characters. We've seen the Cammy, we've seen the Karen, and we've also seen the Akira if need be. But I think it'd definitely be the Cammy.
Statistically, I think Cammy would be the best choice, not even just from a Street Fighter League standpoint, but overall in Capcom Pro Tour, right?
True.
He's won with that character. I mean, there was Karen also in the rafters, but at the same time, I think Cammy was his strongest character at that point and continues to be so. If you look at his stats thoroughly, I think Mago going into the character selection screen would be highly advised. I think him going into Cammy would be perfect for the matchup against Guile, because we've seen statistically from Higuchi, he has not had a lot of success against that character. Sure, he might have fought against one in the final, or no, excuse me, the playoffs and had a W, but there's so many different ways to play Cammy. As weird as that sounds,
yeah, there is.
I promise you, there are so many different ways. Even Fujimura had a Cammy that was
He's
different.
a buffer god. That's a buffer god right there. I don't care what nobody says on Twitter. You definitely can tell the difference between this Cammy right here and any other one. Mago is aggressive with it. We're definitely using buttons way differently. Put the DP on him. The sun's rising. Trying to find the fadeaway, but the fireball in play. Push him back like that. And this is what you wanted to see until the punish. Unfortunately, not finally confirmed. It's a lot of damage on the deck.
Yeah, Mago had a false confirm. He thought he had it, but it wasn't even close. Higuchi now on the rise. The stun is definitely there from Mago. I expected the baby booms to kind of suppress that, but now Mago spinning that V reversal. It's been all Mago so far. A throw would have been it. Higuchi knew it. The backdash was there. Forward throw of his own. Trigger. We have one more boom left at least.
And the bar at the bottom to cook with too, to seal it. Crouch Fierce. Oh, there we go. The crouch meter kick in the spiral arrow seals it. Mago looking a lot more prepared with this character. And we're talking about how, especially you, talking about how Higuchi has feared this character, has been a big pain point. This might be some PTSD, like, dang, it's Cammy up on the screen. Help! Help!
I mean, there's a significant difference, right? This is a first of 5 after all. Higuchi might have a couple of things in the long run, but as it stands right now, he's been struggling in the short run against Cammy. Mago getting the confirm, very important now. Forward throw, he gets another Oki situation because of the corner situation.
EX, upside down kick. It's difficult. You gotta get outside the corner. You don't want to be caught up with as a 4-framer. Not against Cammy.
Checking with the low forward, trying to check the movement against Higuchi. Higuchi doing the same, but still susceptible to the dive kicks now. Mago trying to harass away with some of the mediums. What an escape option from Higuchi. Nothing, no back, brainless in sight.
The entire right there. Oh, the fadeaway in play and the throw to do it though. Higuchi staying a little bit more solid. I think one of the things that I've watched over in his play is some of these, wild child kind of things that kind of, put him in bad situations. And we slowly see, as throughout Street Fighter League, and then now, him back up on those kind of situations. Not really, going for flash kicks and things like that. Really deliberate with his game plan.
I mean, it's kind of tough, right? You have the threat of the EX flash kick coming out. Higuchi taking it a step further and beyond. It's like, all right, well, I'm going to make you kind of fear this, and I'm going to show off my option of just jumping out of the corner.
Right.
We've seen Daigo do that a handful of times, and when he needs to bust out EX flash kick, he will, which I think Higuchi will as well. But right now, Mago is the one in trouble, currently stuck in this corner. Just the amount of control Higuchi has from the Sonic Booms, a big activation here from Mago.
It's a knockdown side switch with it too. Real lucky with it. Gets a throw. A lot of bar on both sides. Any confirm could do it. Higuchi looking for that hit to do it. Crushing me to kick in the super. Activation on the block. Baby Boomer's on the deck to connect. It's a parade.
Yeah, he still has one more left. Another set coming in. Forward throw. He actually can be in... Okay, wait a minute.
Dash up? This man's got a full bar and you dash up in front of his face like he needs toothpaste? Big jump in!
No,
he didn't finish it! What's going on?
That was a very important jump in. Mago was not able to clear his plate. He thought he had more than enough time to get these jabs going, but still Higuchi clutching it out. 2 games. Even Chris CCH can't believe it. He was sitting back in his seat. Punk is like, man, I can't believe it. Everybody in the Gooder Lounge couldn't believe it.
You gotta finish your plate. There are starving scrubs all around the world that love to be in your position in that one-touch situation. You gotta finish your plate.
What was that? That was a jumping roundhouse, stand jab twice. But why?
But why?
But why? Just swing.
Just do it. Just finish it. But
it'd be like that sometimes. That's how it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally how it is.
I'm sure Mago is laughing it off. I'm pretty sure he has like a huge smirk on his face. Maybe not. But either way, that should not have happened. 100% shouldn't have happened.
That's true. Someone even that is a 2D god will have drops. We talk about, you see all talk about execution, stuff like that, but in a high pressure situation, even if you're a top level player, you might have drops like that. It may not even matter. You can make things simple or hard, it may not matter. When it's a first to 5 with a lot of money, prize and pride on the line, it's hard to stay fine. Anti right there. Nice and easy, Higuchi.
That's actual truth right there. No matter what stage you're on, no matter how good you are, eventually, there's going to be some times where you do crack under pressure. We just see it right now. Even with the best of the best, it happens.
See, it's knockdown, dash up, staying meaty with
Jesus!
it, no thinking.
Do you see the amount of mental damage that took from Mago? Right after that one significant drop, Higuchi just had an explosive W after that. I think Mago was just a little shook to his core slightly. He's got to shake out of it now.
I like that because that's confidence right there for Higuchi. I feel like he really plays well when he feels really confident. He's a young guard right there. He plays confident, and the more confidence you give him, the more you're going to get that win. But push him in the corner, as he going to get out.
Yes.
Fist to face to put him in his place with the crush. Got to find a way all the way out, though.
That's a little bit suspicious there, putting himself into the corner now, and Higuchi making the right call to use that V-shift break to avoid that cross-up.
Oki time, gets the meaty. Going in once again to get that win, but the crouching medium punch. Still blocked by Higuchi. Whew, what he tried to do there.
I was going to say, it wasn't bad taking it, going airborne, but it did set him up for that 50-50 on the ground, more than enough damage. Yes, sir. Mago having to spend that EX bar to tie it all up here in the 3rd game. But Higuchi looking pretty good. 2.5 bars down below? I think that's going to be an excellent resource to control the match even further. Mago has to be a little weary about his approach, more so than ever.
That's actually a really good point because as a Guile player right now, you can spend that EX bar, get the knockdown some damage, or a flash kick like that, and still have enough for the finish. And we've seen Higuchi go right into it. The CA! That's a big amount of damage in play right here.
Perfectly called there by Senkola. Again, the amount of matches that we've seen lead to big damage is because of the fact that we had those bars just locked and loaded, right? Mago now at a huge deficit, even furthering that gap. Okay.
Side switch with it. Still bar at the bottom to cook with V-trigger and EX. But Higuchi staying solid. B-shift. Get away from me. You're a stranger. Out of that danger.
Man.
Oh, no.
Okay, we're starting to see the sun rise here for Mago. Can he continue it throughout the day? Another throw. This is going to be really, really tough for Higuchi.
Oh!
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. We saw it. He conditioned him. Throw after throw after throw. Everybody in the Glitter Lounge was popping off after that one.
That
we
was so sick.
knew it.
Hey, it's all day Mago. All day Mago. It don't matter the month. It's all day Mago.
Nobody in that lounge nobody in that lounge would have stopped themselves from teching, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Everybody
of course.
there teched. I know JCC, he teched. I know Justin Kidd, he definitely teched. Jake Ryan, he teched before the match even started. I'm telling you, man.
That's crazy.
Chris CCH, maybe he would have teched.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah,
Rob TV, maybe. Maybe. But I'm telling you, man, that was a lot of conditioning. That was one of the best comebacks we could have seen from Mago to get himself out of that mental rut. And I think, going forward, Mago's going to be playing as confident as ever. Especially after that, he's like, oh, I got you reaching a handful of times. It's my time to teach you what's good.
I think a lot of people right here, I've been seeing a lot of stupid stuff on Twitter. Oh, I don't know who's playing this. I can look at this match right here. You can eliminate the names. I can tell you right here, this is Mago. That confident style right there, that aggression that they've got, you would never do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. That's what makes him a 2D god. Can Higuchi slay a god? Can he make them bleed?
Maybe he could induct himself into the new generation as one of these solidified soldiers of Japan in Street Fighter. Again, he's been putting in that work for the youth, really. The newer generation has been super strong lately. And again, what better way to see it than with Higuchi? But right now, the biggest test of time is against Mago, D2D God. We've seen him come back from this deficit before.
That's true.
He has a trigger to make it happen, too. We might see a stun into a KO scenario.
And being a 4-frame character in the corner, hard to press. EXDP right back at him. Got the lights up the city in the activation. A little bit more bar.
He's going to throw him.
Oh, the V-shift for the
I meant Higuchi was going to throw him.
You meant Higuchi.
That's what I meant, and it happened.
That's true. That's facts.
Thank you for the save, St. Cola. Higuchi getting the first round of game number 4 with that throw. Mago putting himself in the corner yet again in that situation. Higuchi using that V-shift so effectively.
He's been using that quite a bit to not get jumped in on. Resetting back to neutral, which I think is a fantastic idea. You want that control. As Guile, you need to have control. Once that wrestling away, you don't get to play.
No confirms here on the low forward. Did get the counter hit as well. Mago now with the forward throw, slowly pushing Higuchi towards the corner, exactly where he wants to make his magic happen. This is going to be significant. Again, another drop from Mago. How does that keep happening?
Maybe he's just
another misconfirm.
That could have been so much more in store. You see the bar at the bottom. Could have been a super and more damage. Don't matter what it is. Higuchi blocking it out.
So smart from Higuchi to just jump back away from danger. Does not want to eat any sort of frame trap, not even a throw. I like that, diffusing the situation. The counter hit just too far out for Mago to get the back medium.
But the super! What a reaction right there against the fireball. This should, of course, seal it and put Mago up around to go down. But that was an expensive win.
Oh, I totally agree. I mean, just to tie it up, that's got to be really, really detrimental to going in the third round just without any sort of resources, right? Another familiar situation for Higuchi. Going in with this many bars, we've seen the results as to what happens with that W from, the last game.
That's true.
He might be able to repeat those results.
What fantastic thing you can do right here is land that super situation, have a clear lead, and be triggered to pop up the knockdown with a flash kick. So you a clown for jumping.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Sheesh.
They say you can't do damage. I don't know about that. Back this check. My wrist is icy in the super the ceiling. Higuchi! That's a perfect KO with the Gucci on it. That's why his name's Higuchi.
I feel like
Gucci on it.
Maybe you made it sound like Higuchi was the name of the fireball, like Higuchi,
Higuchi.
Higuchi. That was pretty good. I do appreciate that. But no, I mean, it's a very similar situation earlier, right? Higuchi happened to take it to the third round with a good amount of bar down below, and as soon as he gets it confirmed, it made it so much scarier for Mago to even consider going in because of the fact that there's going to be EX Sonic Booms on the deck, even an EX Flash Kick if he gets the knockdown. There's just so many resources there for Mago to fear. It just led to so many options of demise, and Higuchi picking it in a pretty optimal way, right? He saved his bar to keep the intimidation factor there and then spend it once he knew he was in that kill position.
All about that control. And one more thing for Cammy, not having the EX bar to scoot step through the fireballs makes that neutral a lot better for Guile. No anti right there. Actually got clipped on the incoming, the dive kick. EXDP almost got the stun and done. Important tech, but the still hit.
I mean, there is a stun, but I don't know if it's going to be one and done yet. Back throw will do it, though. And you know, Higuchi bet it all on that one. We don't blame him. That was a guess for game scenario.
Wasn't one of his team members during Street Fighter League Japan talking about how, you have to calm down if you're Higuchi, you get too emotional sometimes? I might be mistaken, but some of these moments, I feel like these bust outs are just like that. I need to get out of these situations immediately, and that's being really easily read by Mago. He's got to calm it down a bit so he doesn't get got, but he sees flash kicks.
Yeah.
Might have to check the tapes on that.
The threat of the flash kick might be there, but right now Mago is not going to be in fear of it. He has too much life to even consider it. If he gets knocked back, so what? He has critical.
Oh, just back that super!
Exactly for that moment as well. Mago was not really going to back down. He was going to force the error from Higuchi and get himself the W. That was clean, that was precision, and that was just well played from Mago, reading the situation correctly.
Ooh, clean mean, no lean, especially on that damage situation. I'll tell you one thing. That backdash super, I've seen it so many times from Cammy players. You know, you see it from Hurricane and stuff like that, but you never expect it. It's so tight. And
yeah,
now,
they're just buffering it as soon as the backdash happens. No matter what, I feel like that's going to be the scenario. So again, Mago really utilizing that strength of being able to use his reactions to see that Sonic Boom, because that thing barely came out and he was already
like,
in there. Yeah,
like barely in the animation.
Yeah,
Suck.
It froze.
Suck.
But either way, Mago making the most of it. Honestly, 3-2.
No blowouts, baby. Let's go. Let's get
Just
some more games.
on the heels of Higuchi right now.
I'm glad we're going to see some close games right here, some close sets. Can Mago bring it to 3-3, tie it up?
Yeah, I would love to see a full set.
Yes, I would finally get one around.
Please?
Give me that. No
That would
blowouts.
be great. Oh, could have been a little bit dicey there. Higuchi still sitting on a perfect with a lot of control here in the mid space. Mago is looking for a low medium kick to confirm with first, but Higuchi is beating him to the punch, quite literally. There's a lot of Sonic Booms coming in to stop Mago from pressing on. And if it's not the Sonic Boom, it might be just the Fierce. There's the confirm Mago was looking for.
The party starter. Time to make money in the corner. Flash kick coming through. Not a bad time one. He had a lot of health just in case. And now, the shimmy space, the crouching meaty kick.
Oh, man. Woo. Playing that surgically. This guy is putting on a clinic against Mago. Higuchi has given the lesson in spacing 101. This guy is a masterclass Guile.
Oh, he knows how to get it done. Oh, man. He's in there. Spiral arrow with the Oki. But now, Higuchi just getting better with the defense. Checks it. Nice and easy, not relying upon just flash kick and things like that. Ooh.
I do appreciate the interruption there from Mago. Crouching medium punch, checking the advance of Higuchi. A counter hit was there, but it wasn't going to be enough time to continue the combo. This is so dangerous.
Speedy with it with the medium punch. Flash kick too, so the baby boomers to lock down the neutral. Hold down the neutral, my boys.
Yeah, punishable, you're actually dead. Very smart from Higuchi. A little dicey, even more so for Mago than Higuchi, I gotta say. Again, once those baby booms have come out, his sequence actually changed up a little bit. He was waiting behind that first set of booms and anticipated the airborne approach from Mago. He stopped then and there. And then once the pressure was too much for Mago, he thought to himself, maybe I can get a position, a better position with this reversal. The fact of the matter is, it wasn't in time to hit anything. If it's blocked, pretty much dead.
Man, Higuchi's control, rearing it back a little bit, you know, not being so emotional and not going for such obvious things for defense. We see the crouching light kick to check the walk-ins and things like that. Obviously,
even the crouching jab, too.
Yeah,
He's checked it so many times. There's interruptions there with the Sonic Boom and going into the sweep. That's a huge momentum shift.
You have to be able to confirm that. It's really difficult to go right into Sonic Boom sweep every single time, but it's Higuchi staying fine as he is on game point against the 2D god himself, Mago.
You got to get with the times, old man. We're going 2.5D.
Future is now, old man.
Yeah. You mean to tell me Street Fighter games aren't in sprites anymore?
Oh.
What year is it?
What year is it? Rumpelstiltskin.
No.
Oh, the finesse and bless. About to put him to rest. He's saving that bar for a bit.
Yeah, Higuchi knew it. He absolutely was ready for the tech. You know, I say that, and then Mago just walked up into his face and threw him again.
That aggression, that confidence from Mago, while you can't count him out just yet as he staves off set point for a little bit.
I blame the walk speed.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
It's solid, yeah.
All right, trying to find a heavy kick. Here's a fireball to deny that aerial approach and the EX again, threatening that walk-in situation. You're trying to walk in, I got that EX to stop you.
Oh. Wow, just walking out of that throw range just barely. Higuchi trying to switch it up. That was what I was waiting for. Yeah, it was eventually going to come out. But still, Higuchi regaining that momentum, just getting a back throw against Mago on wake up.
He's so smart about putting the control back in his favor. I like that kind of flavor, to be honest. I'm going to be real with you. Staying away from this character is so smart with it. Sweep off the feet once again with the boom.
This is looking all Higuchi right now in terms of the life lead. The jump in, very significant for Mago. Are we going to see a trigger activation? Maybe after this throw. He's going to do it again. Maybe not. It's going to be it. The demise. Higuchi now on exhibition point against Mago. That could have been it. We were looking for that activation. Mago actually tried to do it off the medium kick, but Higuchi just one step ahead for defense, and now just one round away for the W.
A lot of power on the side of Mago, so never mind. I was going to say about the EX. Don't matter, though. I'm just going to jump in. I'm going to save my bar so I can go far. Look at the walk-in throw, denied. Damage applied, trying to get that stun, trying to get it done.
Ah. Stun no longer a factor, I think. Yes, sir. Higuchi catching down below, forcing Mago to move away. Get away from the booms. I like that. He was checking the movement. Mago definitely on point with the defense that time. The movement pays off this time. Backs up just enough to get the whiff punish. Not again!
EX knockdown. That fierce that he had could have been in the super situation, could have sealed it. Don't let men like Higuchi come back like that. Mago.
Jesus.
Situation. Interruption on the EX activation. No DP!
No way!
No DP, Higuchi!
He jumped in on him again! He jumped in on him again! Mago wasn't ready with any back brainless. He wasn't ready with any uppercuts. He just took the damage to the grill. And that's got to be a mighty statement coming in from Higuchi to intimidate the 2D god, bringing him back to Earth, making him a mortal, a mere mortal again.
Even gods bleed. You come at me sideways, I'm going to leave you parallel. Higuchi, and I mean Gucci in the name, takes it. That's a lot of money.
What happened? What was it that was so intimidating about Higuchi's approach? Was it the pressure? It's like he had so much of a life lead and he let it drop.
He had the hit confirm off the fierce that could have been in the super to seal it right there.
Right.
Dropped it, and then that was just how things steamrolled.
Even beforehand, he had a hit confirm off the medium kick and it was crouching. He could have done medium kick into feet trigger. He could have done it off that. We've seen him do it so many times in Street Fighter League. Why was it so different today?
I feel like that control, that pressure that Higuchi put on him made even a 2D god break down today.
Man.
Higuchi, though, definitely in the pantheons of the champions, solidifying his name. And listen, I want to see what the CSI department got to say about this one. Dissect that like that, all right? This was tight.
Woo! All right, what a match right there as Higuchi takes it 5-2 over Mago. Lots to say about this one, I think. Let's start with Idom. What was your view?
All right, I would say qualifying for the first CPT has to be a blessing and a curse, because that looked like rust. Mago did not look like he was in shape at all. Like, not to like down on Mago, but like it looked like he was just missing like simple confirm, anti-air, all like the little things that he needed in that set was just like not there. Higuchi played really good with the V-shift. I'm an avid V-shift hater, so I very rarely compliment people's V-shifts, but Higuchi did use the V-shift mechanic really well, and he was able to escape a lot of Mago's pressure with the V-shift.
Yeah, he definitely was. It definitely felt like Mago was going in here freestyling a little bit, whereas Higuchi felt like he was prepared for every single situation. He had the matchup-specific tech down. He was on point. He was sharp. This was prime-time Higuchi, and, you know, we talked about all-day Mago. I don't know. We might have to retire the title after that one. It did not look like he was in shape at all. You mentioned it, that he dropped the confirms. He dropped the crush counter combos. He dropped the hit confirms. He didn't know his combo routes when he landed normal sequences. It looked very unusual that he dropped that confirm at the end. It let Higuchi make the comeback. It was very unusual to see, and meanwhile, Higuchi doing stuff like neutral medium kick over camming crouch medium kick into V-trigger cancel. Like, he was prepared for the matchup, and Mago was not prepared to play.
That was beautiful. I definitely agree. That's something I absolutely wanted to point out. Let's take another look at this with the Arby's meaty moment.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Yeah, absolutely. Higuchi definitely, probably, you know, coming as the younger player here, taking this very seriously, coming here super prepared. I mean, Mago did try the Luke. That did not work at all. And Higuchi really showing his mettle here right now, taking this match. And then Mago showing his own mettle, but that one was full of rust. And he definitely did not come out here and perform to the level that I feel like we're accustomed to seeing from Mago. Again, a veteran, it's really strange to see him. And that game right there where he made that ridiculous comeback, it took that ridiculous comeback to take that. So honestly, this should have been a 5-1.
Could have been.
Yeah, I mean, you could ask all these fellows on the analyst desk. I was screaming for the Karen throughout the entire set. I don't know where it was. It was just MIA. And the last time I saw these two play each other, Mago was using the Karen. It doesn't really make much sense to me unless he truly is that rusty where he wanted someone that's maybe less execution demanding than Karen. That's really the only thing that makes sense to me. As far as Higuchi did, I thought he did very well, as the panel mentioned. Pretty much ready for every scenario, matchup-specific stuff. He was spacing his normals perfectly. He even used them to low crush, like with the stand medium kick. And he was willing to jump forward at the end, right? People don't expect that from Guiles. Using that to kind of disrupt Mago's already kind of shooken gameplay from the Rust. So I really love Higuchi just looking super polished.
Yeah, I thought that, I mean, even if Mago had played up to like his maximum potential, I still feel like that would have been a tough one, just the way that Higuchi had prepared. Because obviously, I mean, the matchup specific stuff that you guys have all been talking about, the V-shift usage, all the other parts of his game I thought were just firing on all cylinders. So even if Mago was doing great, it would have been tough. But he was, I mean, we saw in that replay right there, he missed some easy combos. He missed at the end. I'm not even sure what he tried to anti-air with that got hit, as he just got hit after the backdash and thereby lost the set. It was not max level Mago, that's for sure.
He jumped over a Sonic Boom, and then he followed up with the stand light punch.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
I'm not even sure, like, what situation that like, stand medium punch, even if he blocked it, like, I feel like is the right choice.
That's not the route. It felt like he wasn't mentally in the game, but I don't want the narrative to just be Mago playing bad, like you mentioned. Higuchi played almost as close to perfect as you can expect. I mean, the spacing he had, his dashes even, I loved when he turned up the offense because he was playing that perfect spacing boom game in normals, but when he dashed in, it was constantly getting counter hits, and he had that frame perfect charge. There was one moment he dashed in, jab, counter hit, crouch strong, Sonic Boom super. That is a tight charge window. Like, he had that all maximized and ready to go, so any opportunity he got, he capitalized on it and got the momentum from that. And yeah, I mean, his defensive options, Idom was seeing right every single time V-shift showed up on the screen. He knew to keep mashing throw tag whenever Mago got in, or V-shift. He kind of reduced it to this simple 50-50, and Mago really couldn't get the momentum going, especially mid-screen. It wasn't until he got into that corner one time when he just ran the throw gambit in the corner where V-shift is not as effective, where Mago actually got good offense. But man, Higuchi was firing on all cylinders today. I am thoroughly impressed, and I'm looking forward to seeing him dominate more in the future with Street Fighter.
It doesn't surprise me at all that Mago tried Luke. He has historically been somebody who goes straight to the top of the tiers. I mean, that's almost always been his MO. So not a surprise, but it just didn't seem prepared, right? I mean, even less so than the Cammy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we caught him on a bad day as well.
Could be.
I'm not sure, because we're so used to seeing Mago look clean, and there was not even situations where it was difficult stuff to pull off, right? Just stuff that you would expect someone of his caliber to do in their sleep, and it was just not there today. So unfortunate, right? It is the any given Sunday aspect of competition, and some days it's just not your day. And Higuchi, as everyone was saying, played so damn well from a start to finish. It was incredible. Just defensive booms choices, just V-shifting, everything that you could do right on Guile, he did. And even then, it was some unorthodox strategies, willing to get offensive with the dashes, the jump-ins, just kind of made Mago super uncomfortable, and when he was already looking uncomfortable.
Yeah, very, very well played. I love it. Nice job again to Higuchi. Hey, have you been stuck inside for almost 2 years? Are you starting to come out of your house just now, like you are coming out of Plato's cave, seeing the real world for the first time after nothing but shadows for your entire life, and your eyes can't handle it? If so, Game Gooder knows that gamers go outside too. Channel your inner Chun-Li and kick some style butt outside while enjoying fun, functional, fashionable, and affordable Gooder sunnies that offer 100% UV protection and polarized lenses in a lightweight frame that won't slip or bounce.
Yes, and big shouts to Arby's. They've been holding us down consistently throughout the Capcom season finals. Big sponsor of 2021. Again, you can go to Arby's.com to check out locations that are currently delivering, so you even got to leave your house. But if you do, make sure you get them Gooder glasses on too. Don't get it twisted.
Hey, I see you out there. Matthew, that's right. There you are out there. You forgot to shut off your webcam. I can see you right now, and I can see that you have the phone just next to you right there. It's not even being used. There's your mobile phone. Nothing's on it. I'll tell you what should be on it, Matthew. Should be Capcom authorized mobile game Street Fighter Duel. It's now available for download in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau. I see you out there. Other regions are also coming soon. Keep a lookout for more news on the global release and get ready to join the journey with millions of players to find out who is the best fighter in the world. I think the next one we have coming up is... James, please stop looking at me like that. Matthew. The next one we have coming up, Punk versus Idom, I think is maybe a chance to decide who is the best fighter in the world. I think there's a
Punk versus up and coming.
up and coming.
It's a big chance to prove yourself here.
All right, everybody, make sure you don't miss that. Math.